In this video, I will go into details about Astragalus. Watch my previous video, short one, and here I will give references to the source of information, more detailed presentation of the chemistry and what is happening behind on the cellular levels with these medications. So let's go. Okay, then as always I recommend you to download this presentation as PDF file from the link in the description. You can get access to the source of information because I use normally a lot of scientific publications to find out how it works and to support my conclusions by already known knowledge. And of course you also can watch my previous videos on this topic, and let's talk about this. Astragalus is a woody root that has been used for centuries in traditional Chinese medicine. It has demonstrated various bioactive properties, including anti-tumor, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and immunomodulatory effects. Okay, so you can, again, a lot of research on this topic. Traditional astragalus is boiled to prepare medicinal tea, and I have it. I have in Thailand. Almost every grocery store has these roots, and it's very popular because among Chinese diaspora in Thailand, it is very popular to make tea and drink this tea. Well, okay, then traditional, again, the historical accounts suggest that the Chinese super centenarian Li Qingnuan consumed astragalus roots along with ginseng, gotokova, 4-tea roots, and reishi mushrooms as a part of his diet. You can watch my video and read presentation on this topic in more details. Again, he claimed, it is claimed that he lived 190 years. Okay, that's again, I don't know this, okay, can we believe it or not, but okay, this is what we have. Research indicates that astragalus may have anti-aging properties and can play a role in telomere length maintenance. Telomeres are repetitive nucleotide sequences at the end of chromosomes that act as a protective caps. According to the telomere shortening theory of aging, gradual reduction of telomere length contributes to some age-related diseases. Okay, this is the plant astragalus, how it looks like, and about what its roots and slices, how it is used in traditional Chinese medicine. Telomerase is the enzyme which counteracts telomere shortening by extending these protective sequences caps after each cell division, which happens in mitosis. While stem cells and cancer cells exhibit active telomerase enzyme, allowing them to replicate indefinitely, somatic cells lack this activity, leading to progressive telomere shortening, cellular senescence, and eventual cell death. This is called Hayflick limit. Human fibroblasts, for example, typically undergo 50-70 divisions before reaching this limit. In addition to mitotic attrition, these are errors in chromosome segregation during mitosis. Oxidative damage also contributes to telomere shortening, and the telomere shortening is associated with increased inflammation and cellular senescence, potentially contributing to age-related diseases and cancer development. Studies suggest that astragalus may activate telomerase enzyme, extend telomere length in middle-aged adults. Okay, this is how normally happens during the mitosis, reproduction of the cells. Then this protective caps at the end of each chromosome is getting shorter, and then getting this Hayflick limit. So also, as I said, oxidative stress and chronic inflammation, which is related to accumulation of senescent cells, particular, but also to chronic hypoxia, they lead to shortening of telomeres. You can read these publications if you are interested. So you see. Okay, pardon. Okay, let's go. And Astragalus contains bioactive compounds such as polysaccharides, flavonoids, and triterpenoid saponins. Okay, to understand what it is, you can go to the references. Astragalus polysaccharides are known to enhance immune function by stimulating immune cell activity and have been linked to tumor regression. Additionally, this polysaccharides has shown dose-dependent improvements in blood glucose levels and lipid metabolism in obese mice. Astragalus may also support kidney function by reducing hypertension, improving blood flow, and reducing inflammatory markers. In hypertensive mice, Astragalus polysaccharides significantly reduce systolic blood pressure, the 16.6 millimeter per mercury, and reduced inflammation and enhanced kidney function. Water-soluble polysaccharides are known for their moisturizing, anti-aging, antimicrobial, and antioxidant, anti-tumor, and antiviral properties. Okay, this is pictures from this publication. You can go to this, read. So it is, this was an animal model. It is not on humans, on mice. But we see it's quite considerable change of blood pressure to almost normal, to the placebo, to the normal blood pressure in mice. This is systolic blood pressure. I should say we have to use systolic blood pressure, not diastolic blood pressure. Systolic blood pressure is a marker of aging. And the same drop, even better, systolic blood pressure if this hypertension one was due to injections of angiotensin. This is some supplement or drug which increase blood pressure. So it's again, normally I have systolic blood pressure about 100. So here it is like mice, the same normal, but hypertension can go up to 160 and even 170. Okay, you see. Astragalus polysaccharides have been found to scavenge free radicals and protect mitochondria from damage. Beyond its systematic benefits, Astragalus may promote skin health, improve skin hydration and brightness, and reduce wrinkles visibility. Okay, both tea from Astragalus root, but also extract for topical application to the skin. The plant extracts have demonstrated broad biological activities, including anti-aging, anti-infective, cytoprotective, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-tumor, anti-diabetic, and immune-enhancing effects. Again, a lot of research. So I just give two publications, 15 which are recently done, and 15 and 16 you can read and decide for yourself. The dried astragalus root or the root powder is widely consumed, at least among Chinese population, as dietary supplement with doses up to 60 grams daily for 4 months, and this was reported as safe. So again, it is like it is used in creams and to improve skin, but also it inhibits cancer, protects cardiovascular system, and boosts the immune system. So it's very popular and quite known natural supplement, natural herb which helps to stay healthy. Polysaccharides are complex carbohydrates that modulate gut microbiota composition and function, ultimately influencing host health. Again, this is not only from Astragalus, but polysaccharides you can find in other plants and fruits and vegetables. Fermentable dietary fibers from plants, marine algae, and edible mushrooms, including astragalus and polysaccharides, exhibit bioactive properties such as anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-tumor, antiviral effects. Okay, again, it is not only astragalus, but other polysaccharides can be useful too. Specific polysaccharides selectively promote the growth of beneficial bacterial species, shaping microbiome diversity, and improve the diversity. And whilst water-soluble polysaccharides prolong intestinal transit time, insoluble dietary fibers such as resistant starch and cellulose fibers and in Astragalus root powder decrease the transition time, impacting nutrient absorption and gut motility. Okay, so it's again, I believe that short gut transit time is better, and so the consumption of resistant starch is very beneficial, I believe, but in some sense, maybe this cellulose powder also from Astragalus root, maybe also it contributes. But how effective, it's a question to our research. Okay, as we see, polysaccharides in this slide, they fermented by bacteria, and then as short-chain fatty acids, they can be used by cells of epithelium in our gut as a source of energy, but they also, polysaccharides and also short-chain fatty acids can go to the bloodstream and also improve health of our body. So, the small intestine microbiome is primarily composed of lactic acid bacteria. Yeah, this is again, so you have to separate in the small intestine and large intestine. While the colon microbiome ferments resistant starch and non-starch polysaccharides to produce short-chain fatty acids. Short-chain fatty acids serves as energy source for epithelium cells and modulate immune cell activity, including neutrophils, dendritic cells, macrophages, and monocytes and T cells. When they get to the bloodstream, they can be used, they can modulate this short-chain fatty acids. They improve health and stimulate activity of the immune system. Then what is the problem? Let's go. The protein digestion efficiency declines with age, sometimes falling to as low as 10%, which increases the risk of protein fermentation in the colon. This is very important to understand. In old age, it's a big problem. So you can see my video in presentation on this topic also. This process generates harmful metabolites, including ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, and 3-methylamine N oxide. This is TMAO. This is again 3-methylamine N oxide. It's very toxic, absolutely toxic. It's very easy. It's small molecule, can get to the bloodstream very easy, and then elevated levels of this TMAO are linked to atherosclerosis, hypertension, kidney disease, etc., etc. It's again, it's so dangerous toxin that again, it's very easy to get into your blood system and disrupt your brain because it can get through this blood-brain barrier and so to kidney and everywhere. It's absolutely toxic. You can read these publications also. References in here, and this is related to aging because TMAO is produced from meat and protein in animal proteins. Pardon. And blood pressure, it leads to arterial stiffening. And before I was thinking arterial stiffening and compromised blood flow is the true cause of aging, but actually if we consider it's what is causing arterial stiffening, it's in part, it is not only advanced glycation end products, this cross-linking collagen fibers in the blood vessels, but also it is because of this toxin. So it is all related, it's all self-supported and self-accelerating. So the compromised digestion of meat is related to arterial stiffening. It is causing arterial stiffening. So it's again, you see, it is not, so we can discuss yet what is the first step. Is it advanced glycation product accumulation in cross-linking of collagen fibers in the blood vessels, or it is compromised digestion of protein. So it's again, but both somehow contribute. So if you consume meat, you see, it goes to your, eventually it goes to your bloodstream. This TMAO go to your bloodstream, and blood pressure go up because of arterial stiffening. Primary bile acids are synthesized in the liver from cholesterol. It's a very important part of our health. So we need cholesterol from animal fat, absolutely necessary. And the more actually the better. And the secondary bile acids are formed in the large intestine by the action of gut bacteria on primary bile acids. Bile acids, they work as a soap, as to produce very small droplets of fat, and then to increase this splitting of these fat molecules into two fatty acids and monoglyceride. So it's very, very important to have and to produce enough of these bile acids. But also what is interesting, bile acids help in excretion of waste products from feces, because when the liver is removing toxins from your body, toxins are in part removed from the bloodstream by kidney, but other part, which is fat soluble, which is hydrophobic, goes with bile acids and eventually to thin intestine, and then supposed to go with feces. But if large part of the bile acids, and especially secondary bile acids, can be reabsorbed in the colon, and especially secondary bile acids are toxic. If bacteria produce too much secondary bile acids, then this problems with non-alcoholic liver, fat accumulation in the liver, and so a lot of things. So to remove toxins and to keep your liver healthy, you need efficient removal of the secondary bile acids from the colon. Okay, so consuming 30-60 grams of astragalus root powder daily supplies these polysaccharides and cellulose fibers to the diet. So while polysaccharides act as prebiotic, and this is a food source for beneficial gut bacteria and promoting beneficial gut bacteria growth and production of these short-chain fatty acids in the colon, astragalus polysaccharides reduces the migration of secondary bile acids into the bloodstream and promotes their excretion from the gut with feces. This is very, very important. So you see how the astragalus works. Astragalus polysaccharides reduces the migration of secondary bile acids into the bloodstream in improving gut health. This is how it works. Yet relative benefits of astragalus polysaccharides compared to other dietary polysaccharides such as inulin, fructose oligosaccharides are so quite many, and from edible seaweed and medicinal mushrooms. It is yet not certain. There was no comparison. It is a question of investigation yet, but certainly they all work for better. So as you see that here at this slide, polysaccharides reduce the migration of secondary bile acids into the bloodstream and promote their excretion from the gut with feces, and they promote detoxing of your body, and they promote health of your liver. So it's absolutely important. Okay? So an adult human produces approximately 10 in power 11 and to 10 in power 12 new blood cells. It's enormous numbers, yeah. Hematopoietic stem cells in the bone marrow express telomerase, because the stem cells, they are not aging, maintaining long telomeres as they replenish blood cells. Increased proliferation of these stem cells triggered by conditions such as chronic inflammation or infection introduces younger cells with longer telomeres into circulation, potentially influencing telomere length measurements in blood samples. Why I tell this? Because the measurements of your biological age by measurements of the telomere length absolutely have no sense. It can be anything. It can be like, again, chronic inflammation and infection. So this measurements are absolutely not reliable. Similarly, blood loss or donation stimulates hematopoiesis and leading to a temporary increase in average telomere length. Again, so you donate your blood and then you see that your body, you believe that it rejuvenates your body. Yeah, it is not. It is not. Maybe you will have some improvement in health, but it's short term only. Interventions such as exercise, caloric restriction, and fasting mimicking diets enhance autophagy, immune locomotor, and cognitive functions, and the hematopoiesis, be contributing to longevity and health span. So again, you see, it's you can make you can change your lifestyle, and then it will it will look like rejuvenation, but how much it is related to. Okay, so telomere maintenance does not necessarily relate to systemic rejuvenation across all tissues. So what you measure, it maybe it is not your biological age, but just some senseless estimations. So, and if you pay for this, why you lose money? Although low-protein diets are often recommended for certain medical conditions and in old age, prolonged restriction of protein consumption increases the risk of sarcopenia and bone fractures. So if people have bone fracture in old age, they normally don't live longer than a year after this. So they die anyway. So it is, you restrict protein and you reduce rate of your intoxication of your body, but also you will not, it will not extend your longevity. It will make you for a while feel better, but not extending lifespan. Enhancing protein digestibility through what you can do. Whey protein supplements. Sauce, because they are water-soluble proteins, they are much easier to digest. Sauce with their cooking with enzymes, with protease enzymes, you can do it, or even without. If you sauce with there is cooking at, I described this 63 degrees in this range, of centigrade, of course, cooking at these temperatures, and then it takes a day for cooking. And for example, if you ground meat or liver, organ meat, and then the meat itself has these enzymes, so it will be degraded in part to amino acids. So it can increase protein digestibility. If you cannot buy amino acids, this is the way to go. In older age, I propose to replace a part of the protein in foods with amino acids. This what. So if you cannot buy cheap amino acids in Thailand, it's very cheap, absolutely fantastic prices. I will talk about this, and I already was talking about this. So it makes diet very, very cheap. But if you cannot buy it in America or Western Europe, okay, then use this whey protein, sauce with there, and with proteases or without, and making bone broth with pressure cooking. However, oral intake of amino acids in large doses may cause hormonal and neural system imbalances. Okay, so even if you drink a lot of bone broth, it can create hormonal imbalances, unfortunately. Sorry, because again, these amino acids, they migrate from the thin intestine to the bloodstream very quick, and then you will have peaks of these amino acids in the blood. Sometimes it make imbalance in your hormonal and neural systems, so be careful. But combining amino acid supplementation with resistant starch, particularly from potato and cassava starches, It may slow down the migration of amino acids from the thin intestine to the bloodstream, support gut health and toxin absorption, and reduce toxin absorption in the colon, thereby aiding detoxification. This is what I believe the most important. So even if you change to sous vide and pressure cooking and consume whey proteins, you have to think about how to stabilize a level of amino acids in your blood, how to extend the time when migration of these amino acids goes to the bloodstream. So, and again, resistant starch itself, it is prebiotic. It can be fermented in the colon, producing short-chain fatty acids, and it gives all beneficial effect on glucose metabolism, on intestinal epithelium, improving gut health, improving lipid metabolism. What to say? It is so healthy. Jim Green, he was born in 1949, have been using astragalus root powder and extract from this powder since 2007. He claims that it took him longer than 4 years to set his body clock back by 15-20 years. No measurements was done, no data, just he has such impression. At first he had relied primarily on taking astragalus extract orally and applying astragalus extract directly to his scalp. So yeah, of course not root powder, but extract to his scalp. It may help. By June of 2009, he concluded that 33 grams per day of astragalus root powder would serve better than 5 milligrams per day of these astragalosides from astragalus extract. He claims that these dosages rejuvenate the human body at the rate of about 5 years per year. No measurements was done in support of this claim, so he just has such feeling. He additionally is getting 5 grams of arginine per day to improve blood circulation by boosting the nitric oxide production by the endothelium cells, which line the inside of the entire circulatory system. Unfortunately, his rejuvenation is not supported by any measurements, but only his photos. So this is his photos. 2007, age of 58. He was looking much older than his age, 58, and he looked maybe 5 years older. I know, more than 5 years older, maybe 66, 67. But in age of 70, he looks much better. But again, why? It is yet a good question. His gym routine includes working out with weights with a split routine, about 6 sets per muscle, and up to 130 push-ups 3 or 4 days a week. According to his interview, he takes whey protein and creatine monohydrate to avoid sarcopenia and to grow muscles. He also takes a slice of Swiss cheese to get high vitamin K2 levels. Not only this cheese is absolutely healthy. If you can eat cheese, yeah, it's fantastic. So 15 milligrams a day of vitamin B12, 4 cloves of crushed garlic, and 5.2 grams of Hawthorn daily. Hawthorn is berries. He prefers eating fish without saturated fats to avoid atherosclerosis and uses artificial sweeteners. This is ridiculous. Okay, this again, eating fish was okay, but eating animal fats like butter, tallow, and lard is absolutely healthy. Absolutely healthy. Saturated fats are absolutely healthy, guys. Fish sometimes is good, but to eat only fish instead of meat, I don't know. On his page, he presents references on research about anti-aging effects of garlic, shiitake mushrooms, pomegranate juice, antihypertensive medications, taurine, protease enzymes such as serratiopeptidase and bromelain, and also phytoceramides for skin. His appearance at age 70 was different and maybe younger than at age 58, but it couldn't be so that his appearance and physical shape improved mostly due to his physical routine and regular exercises. I'm 68, by the way, so again, I came to this procedure, to this protocol relatively recently. I believe I see a good improvement. But again, it will take me maybe years to rejuvenate my body. And again, I had a big problem with vaccination. When my blood pressure went, pulse pressure went to range 50-55. This corresponds to age 60. And then after 5 months of this vaccine, I slowly recover, and now my pulse pressure in the range of 38 to 42. It depends, but at morning, in the morning I measure my blood pressure, and it is younger than 50, but it used to be younger, about 40, but it used to be 32 pulse pressure not long ago. So I try to recover, and but also it's important for skin rejuvenation. Okay, let's go on further. Reliable markers of the biological age are blood pressure, resting heartbeat rate, and lung performance. I was talking about this, watch my videos and read presentations. Astragalus root, Hawthorn berries, and reishi mushrooms are traditionally used in traditional Chinese medicine to improve blood circulation and reduce blood pressure. This is very well known. Okay, you can read these publications. A lot of attention, a lot of research on this subject. So Astragalus polysaccharides are believed to improve skin elasticity by stimulating collagen and elastin synthesis. If they applied topically. They promote hydration and acting as antioxidant to combat free radical damage. And for daily doses of 30 gram, let's say you use 30 gram of dry powder, the cost of 1 year treatment will be as follows. If you use only Astragalus root powder, it is 6,500 Thai baht per year, or more than $190 American dollars. Reishi mushrooms, a little bit cheaper. You can buy powder of reishi mushrooms, so 30 gram per day will take you $184.7 US dollars. Berries, dry powder of this Hawthorn berries would be more than 200 American dollars. But it is in Thailand, maybe in America and other countries, it is even more expensive. So it's not cheap. It is not cheap. I mean, for locals, it is not cheap. Even for me, 200 American dollars, or even if combine all three, it is more than 600 American dollars per year. I don't know. So you have to think. Okay. So as I always mention in my presentation, the best evaluation of the biological age is measurements of blood pressure and the difference between systolic blood pressure and diastolic blood pressure in older age. The best, which is pulse pressure, which is the best evaluation of your age. But you have to decide what group you are. So if I am in group 1, so the best physical performance. Then, as I said, when I was getting 50-55, it was for group 1, it was age of 60. Now I am getting to a range of 40 and maybe 45, like this. So, but in my my young age, my pulse pressure was below 30. Below 30 when I was 18. Now, but again, when I started to all this procedure, I was in the best shape. A few years ago, and like 2 years ago, it was 32, 35, such range. So not bad at all. But I have to work on it. And also, vital lung capacity, it declines with age. I know it's very, very reliable measurements of the age. In young age, I'm different. As I said, I have quite good physical performance. My lung capacity, vital lung capacity was at age 18 was 6.2 liters. Now I measured about a year ago, I measured 5.3 liters, but it was not dropping. It was not dropping. So, but again, I cannot recommend any device now, cheap device, how to measure it. In the past, such devices were available at any clinic, at any small. It was so widely used to measure lung capacity. Now it is a little bit more complicated, but yet compared to measurements of biological age by this telomere length or epigenetic work, it is peanuts. So even poor people can measure it. Okay, so let's compare prices, what to do. Okay, for comparison, as I said, it is for locals to consume this Chinese medicine. It is quite expensive. In my past, when I came to Thailand, I was fascinated by Chinese medicine, and we were trying and getting medicine to these Chinese doctors, but it actually didn't work. I mean, it's not for me, for my wife, and it didn't work. She appeared to be infertile, and whatever we did, official or Chinese medicine, nothing worked. And I try on myself again. I don't see any miracle. So, and again, it's not cheap. But again, a lot of Chinese use it, and I didn't see any Chinese person who are in very good health at the age of about 80. Only I saw good and healthy Chinese people in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, they consume a lot of meat together with monosodium glutamate, and I believe this is very important. Monosodium glutamate improves your gut health, but also not only monosodium glutamate, you can use some polysaccharides and also other prebiotics to improve your gut health. So it's again, as for blood pressure and vascular health, the combination of doxycycline and losartan works fantastic. And even if you add diuretic hydrochlorothiazide, which is it's also can be used. So it improves vascular health and will cost for a year only $50 which is affordable. 1,700 Thai baht is affordable for locals. So this is what I try to do, make it everything affordable. So also to get more details, so you can go watch my video and read presentation. What else? Sauna and the chemical peeling and oral intake of niacin, gotokola, dill seed extract promote increased blood flow into the skin, which help deliver essential nutrients and oxygen to skin cells, stimulate collagen and elastin production, and reduce signs of skin aging. Additionally, topical application of melatonin, ceramides, niacinamide, glutamate, urea, roxyxomycin, lactic acid, and minoxidil potentially may stimulate skin rejuvenation and hair growth. Okay, I have a lot of videos on this subject. It is again very interesting topic, especially for commercial applications. So every woman after the age of 40 and especially and maybe older, they dream to have rejuvenation. They use Botox, they use some operations and injections of some fat cells in the body. So okay, but maybe it can be done slowly of course, but it can be done much cheaper and maybe even more efficient. But it can be again discipline. It has to be applied every day. But again, it's a comparison. What is better? It is not yet clear. But glutamate in the form of monosodium glutamate and even maybe combined with urea and oxystromycin. Maybe it is very, in niacinamide also, yeah, maybe it is a solution. So as you see here, for survival, it is not only a drop in blood pressure, but it helps to survive some mice, hypertensive mice. See, it's a lot. So while doxycycline and the losartan itself, they improve survival of hypertensive mice, but not much. It is like less than twice. But combination of doxycycline and losartan, if they take a level 50, they didn't even get it. So it is more than twice life extension can be in mice. So how much it is will be for humans, it is not clear. But again, the evidence that it stimulates elastin production in blood vessels, it was quite good. So again, the goal of my project is to propose a rejuvenation protocol that may allow even poor people in developing countries to live much longer and more active lives. I believe that intake of vitamin C, niacin, betaine, or choline in amino acids in mega doses together with, with resistant starch above 100 grams daily is the most important part of my proposals. It is all affordable. The only carbohydrate in the diet that is beneficial for health is lactose. In dairy products, lactose can work as prebiotic in the thin intestine, so it improves health of in the thin intestine, but also monosodium glutamate also works in this sense. Quite good. Okay, aerobic exercise and high-intensity interval training are more beneficial in older age than resistance exercise, and physical activity have to be combined with intermittent fasting and deep sleep at night. Yet people have to decide for themselves what supplement, drugs, diet, and physical exercise to use for health improvement and longevity. Some people prefer traditional herbs. Okay, if you can afford it, you can try, but again, it's not yet clear. Absolutely, if you rely on data what we have, like longevity of people in Hong Kong and the longevity of people in some areas where they rely on protein from animal protein, is, to me, it is very convenient, very convincing, pardon. Okay, so this is, okay, sorry. Okay, so this is references to the source of information that I used in this presentation. You can go read these presentations and decide for yourself. Is it worthwhile to use this or that? Because I'm not medical professional. I'm not supposed to give you any medical advice. I have PhD in physics and mathematics, but at least I can think logically, and this is the way how I work always. What I do always, I read scientific publications. I try to think and to combine this knowledge and to draw to conclusions. And after drawing the conclusions, I have some ideas, and these ideas have to be proven. Of course, it will take time. So now I have ideas that combination of resistant starch, amino acids, and some supplements like combination of losartan with doxycycline may extend your longevity quite well. And but again, it will take me a few years to prove it. So you can wait, or you can also do some self-experimentation. And what to do? Okay, rely on your own research. I recommend you. Thanks for taking time to watch this video, and subscribe, like, comment, and share information. In the description to this video, you can find links, so how to participate in my research, maybe support it, because what I do, it is for all people. I wish as many people as possible would survive and live till the better time, to the better future. And if you want, it's very affordable. I don't recommend anything like injection of stem cells or some genetic manipulations which are very costly, or I don't recommend evaluation of your biological age with epigenetic clocks or measurements of telomeres. This, I believe, nonsense, absolute nonsense. But again, it is very affordable. If you will participate in this project, especially if you support it, I can be more productive, and maybe more people will participate, and also maybe I will organize, because now I don't have funds, maybe I can organize some medical trials, and it will take time, a few years maybe,